The Great Pyramid of Giza. Have you ever wondered how much it is worth? Well, I did. How much is the price of the Great Pyramid? Will determine the value of the last of the 7 wonders of the world and the remaining civilization.
I expect to discover something special. I will sell the pyramid stone by stone in the Cairo market for $12.50. Someone supplies more than $13. Go to Worslet to buy the city's merchants at any price. We can earn $95 million a year and discover how much it is worth to move it to the desired location and the privileged place in order to make some money. I am an engineer and I am dazzled by the distinctive buildings that are often referred to as being priceless, but since I am an engineer, I know that everything that has been built is valued at the right price. The Great Pyramid is located on the Giza Plateau, west of the Egyptian capital, Cairo. The first engineers built it 4,500 years ago, the ancient Egyptians. This was the greatest and most delicate stone building in the world, built to house the well-being of the Egyptian pharaoh Khufu. I've been fascinated by this place since my childhood and now I've traveled 8,900 meters to see it. This is the one I've waited so long to see. Pyramid. Many people have tried to understand this place for centuries, historians, archaeologists, discoverers, but the only thing they haven't tried to discover is to evaluate it, as I will. I will first convert the limestone pyramid stone to scrap. Yes, of course, I will never destroy this ancient edifice, but with an analysis, I will be able to fully understand the stone and what it contains. This is amazing. Secondly, I will build it, and I will discover any engineering work and how much it costs if it was built today. Finally, I will buy it to show which global icon it represents. I will calculate its value as a profitable business and estimate the cost of moving it to another location in order to make more money. Of course, for many, the Great Pyramid is not worth money, but I know that the numbers do not lie anyway. I am eager to know how much the pyramid costs. I first want the most valuable pyramid junk dealer. Look at this, there is a lot of stone. It is estimated that the pyramid contains 2.3 million blocks of limestone, with a mass weight equal to 15 tons. This amount of stones must be equivalent to millions. I will meet Dr. Zahi Hawass, Amin Amer, the Supreme Council of Antiquities. Only a few know more than him about the Great Pyramid. Dr. Zahi Hawass says the pyramid was covered with fine white lime and topped with gold tiles. The white casing turned the pyramid into an elaborate symbol of Egyptian authority and the workmen's devotion to pleasing the pharaoh. Inside the Great Pyramid, an ascending corridor leads directly to the burial chamber of King Khufu. These walls on both sides are made of stone. The pharaohs were buried with food, clothes, jewelry, and weapons to prepare them for their journey to life after death. Stealing jewelry and treasures. We have this empty stone sarcophagus of granite. Only the burial chamber was stolen a long time ago, but Dr. Zahi Hawass wanted to show me something that the thieves could not carry. This is not limestone, any stone. This is made of granite. It comes from the city of Aswan, 1,000 kilometers south. Pyramid. This room was well engineered. The tiles were not glued. It is of precision. With pressure, they are glued together. They smooth the surface of each stone and put it like this. For this, you cannot put a needle between the two stones. What about a piece of paper? You cannot put anything. I will try a wonderful job. This integrated structure of the Great Pyramid, it is amazing. The first meeting with the Great Pyramid was amazing, but there is a question I want to ask Dr. Zahi Hawass: how much is it worth? And Dr. Zahi Hawass replied, the pyramid is not valued by money. If you bring all the wealth of the United States and the world as a whole and put it in front of us, then the answer will be no. The value of the Great Pyramid is greater than all the wealth of the world. It is not estimated with money. This is what Dr. Zay Hawass believes, but I am determined to know the price of the pyramid. So what do I sell from the pyramid? If you need an ancient miracle, you need 7,100 tons of granite and about 6 million tons of limestone. I have to put my hand on a piece of the pyramid stone to know its price and how much this piece was sold, but the problem is that I cannot take a stone from the pyramid stones. Dr. Zay Hawass was not satisfied with this at all, so we have to go to get the stones from another place. This is the place of stones in the south of Cairo. What amazes me is that the dust of stones is so deep, as if I were walking in the snow. Helping me cut the stones is a British geologist who knew everything about excavations in ancient Egypt. I use metal pieces to loosen the stone. The ancients used a piece of copper. This will take days and days to loosen a very small piece of stone. In fact, the Egyptians used 23 years to build the pyramid. Is this piece sufficient for the purpose? Yes, the most important market for selling stone is Khan al-Khalili. I will pretend that the piece of stone is actually from the pyramid to get a real price. I give you $11. Yes, I give you $16. Come on, give me an offer of more than $100 without $150. I am happy with this offer. If a piece of the pyramid is worth $150, if I can sell all the ancient stones consisting of 5.210 tons, the value of the limestone of the Great Pyramid will be $66 million, which is a huge amount for a great edifice. I am afraid that my esteem will collapse if I try to sell the pyramid as a single block. There is an antiquities dealer who will surely know what the price of the pyramid is to take a trip back to the United States. I found a dealer in Egyptian antiquities, and it is clear that my collection is impressive. How are you, please? George owns about 300 pieces of Egyptian antiquities. From ornate bracelets to hieroglyphic pieces and a piece of wall dating back 2,000 years, there is only one piece in his collection that equals limestone. 14 meters of rope dating back to just after the construction of the Great Pyramid. According to George, this small piece of rope is worth $5,000. And we will ask the question to George, if this piece is real, from the Great Pyramid, how much is it worth, because this piece is really worth $5,000. Yes. If I will calculate the price of the pyramid in another way, how much does it cost to build the pyramid from the hands of his workers, materials and everything from scratch, I will calculate the price of building the pyramid. The pyramid took about 23 years to build and a huge number of workers to assemble it for a while, and it does not count how many hands were working in the pyramid. For centuries, it was believed that the Great Pyramid was built by about 100,000 people, and calculating their wages for more than 23 years. During this period, how much money they take will cost more than $32 billion. But new evidence points to a different kind of workforce. In 1990, a site was discovered 5 meters from the Great Pyramid. It is the burial ground of the men who built the pyramid. At the work cemetery, Dr. Zahi Hawass discovered that the workers were not slaves and that they were fed properly, and they also received good health care. In one of the skulls, we discovered that he was infected with the Sultan, and they operated on him in the brain, and after that he lived in the brain 4,000 years ago. Yes, this is impressive. Yes, and the second thing that we discovered was that one of them cut off his leg twice and had an operation on my leg, and he lived after that for 14 years. Dr. Zahi Hawass found evidence of what the workers were eating, and the evidence is the food. The workers who built the pyramid cannot eat bread and drink throughout the year. They need to eat meat that is stronger and carry stones. Our age is evidence that they were slaughtering 11 cows and 33 goats, and this was the possibility of feeding 10,000 workers per day. Good, you have a decisive answer on the quantity. This answer is very important to me, and the answer is 10,000. If I have 10,000 workers and not 100,000 slaves, I need an answer. How much does it cost to build a pyramid 146 meters high? If I need help, we contacted the head of the largest company in the United States for the construction process to calculate how much it costs to build the pyramid from limestones, ropes, food, raw materials, everything. So his answer was granite and limestone. $2,250,000,000. He calculated everything from ropes to stone to raw materials to food, but there is a number that I want to know. If it is the final number, what is the real foreskin to build the pyramid at this time from zero? The final cost is $7,741,000,000. So the final cost of building the pyramid from scratch, the cost of building materials, is $7.7 million US, a huge number.